What's good, everybody? It is your good sir, Dom, back with it again, another video. And I have another important topic to bring to the table today. So I'm not going to waste any time getting into it. What I want to talk to you guys about today is getting your mind in the gym. Getting your mind in the gym. And if anybody's been watching my videos up to this point, I like to play music while I talk. You know, I like to get the, the juices flowing. I like to get, little swiggle wiggle going on while I'm talking. It helps the flow of the message and what's needing to be said. So I want to let you know today, this is spirit led. So if this thing is not like in proper detail order, like I know some of you guys are probably looking for, I'm telling you, this is not one of those videos. It's not one of those videos. I allow my higher self to speak through me to give the message that needs to be gave. And I know this message is not just to be intended, of course, towards you guys, but it's also for me. So everything that's being said, I have to take into application as well. And I desire to do that because I want to live an elevated life at all times if I can. And not just if I can, I want to always push that. So I know I'm not the only one that's one to push. If you guys are watching this video, I know you're here, you want to push too. So let's go ahead and get this good, let's go ahead and I'm not talking about good in the wrong way. Let's get this good, this real good, you know what I mean? The stuff that's going to set you up for greatness. Let's get that type of good going. So without further ado, let me go ahead and put on the music. Let me go ahead and play that for you guys. Once again, these artists I don't know in particular. I do not own the rights to these beats. If you hear a beat that's mine, I will let you know before I play it. And if you like it, hey, let me know. If you like one of these beats, let me know and I'll try to share it with you if I can go back and find exactly which one I played. So without further ado, let me go ahead and play it. I ain't trying to hold you guys up too much for too long. All right, let's get it. Okay, and let me know if this music is a little too loud on some of these videos, because I'll turn them down if you guys can't hear me. I know my voice sort of projects a bit, so I wouldn't think it'd be too much of an issue. Okay. All right, once again, y'all, the topic, get your mind in the gym. I want to start off letting you guys know how important this is for each one of us to have our minds in the gym on a daily basis. And our mind should be in the gym on a daily basis, just like our physical body should. Because that's the only way we're going to be able to grow and develop that muscle, that strength we need to overcome obstacles that will try to set us back, or that typically do set us back. We need to make sure every day we are about our business. We need, we don't want to be no little phonies, out here over talking about we about that, but we about that shit. But your life is showing otherwise. Your life showing you ain't about no type of shit, because you're not working on yourself. You're not building yourself physically, mentally, spiritually. You got to be on it. You got to be like MVP out here, y'all. Definitely, if you want to be able to make it through all the changes and chaotic twists that's going on in the environment around us, you need to be on it. You got to be about that business, because if you ain't about it, somebody's going to be about making you their business. And you want to be about making yourself your business. You know what I'm saying? So once again, getting our minds in the gym. We got to be out here balling hard for ourselves, because nobody's going to ball harder for you than you. Nobody. There will be people that will try to, but they cannot ever get out of you what you can get out of you. You live with yourself every day. You know the faults, and then you know also the pros. The thing is taking time to sit back and pay attention. Okay, what am I weak at? What am I weak at? If we go from physical level, if I'm weak at cooking, do I hire a chef? Like, oh yeah, hire a chef, man. Then I don't have to cook. I don't have to worry about that. I can get some little easy made, pop in the microwave, ready made dinners. But at the end of the day, that's somebody else balling hard for you. And guess what? Another twist you gotta put to that is when they ball hard for you, they can do whatever they want to. They can put they don't have to put full effort in because you're not the one making it. You can try to put requirements on it, but they the one putting together the ingredients. So if you need stuff to meet a specific need for you, there's no guarantees that that need will be met unless you are in the midst of what's being prepped. Unless you were out here balling hard for yourself and you are checking and verifying each step that this is what's being done. Cause I'll say one thing too, how many of y'all know out here that everything you see on the package when you go to the grocery store, it ain't always what's in that food. They're gonna tell you a little bit what's in it, but there's probably other stuff being used that's not labeled on there. There's probably rat piss and all types of shit being used that they didn't go through to thoroughly clean, but it ain't on that label. And you wonder why you having some issues. Well, guess what? You didn't ball hard for yourself to verify and know that those issues. And hey, y'all not the only ones. Hey, I've been in that place many times. And I sit back and I'm like, dang, I allowed something or someone else to play me. So really, should I be mad at that person or that thing for something I should have did better on checking or verifying myself? Can I? Because they're doing what they're going to do. But did I do what I'm supposed to do? Once again, putting our minds and stuff in the gym. When you start putting your minds in the gym, you start exercising things. Not only with studying up and reading material that's going to help elevate. I know everybody knows about the Bible. This is Apocrypha. This is books that was canonized out the Bible, you know. But these great books if you can get your hands on them. The Apocrypha. But once again, I'm not on here to promote any books. I'm not over here to promote any readings. I'm just saying whatever your spirit is leading you to study up on and gain knowledge over, it's what you need to be gained over. I'm not here to demean any religious factions. I'm not here to promote any religious factions. I'm just letting you know that whatever your spirit is leading you to do that. Because that is going to get you spiritual, mental, and physical gains. And that's what we want. That's going to help get your life on the right track. That's going to help you start being able to correct thoughts that were crooked in your life. And you're wondering like, man, I'm always dealing with this. I'm always thinking this. Well, have you ever taken the time to sit back and think that you have things surrounding you that is promoting those thoughts? That's promoting and influencing you to want to live that lifestyle? Yeah, Dom. Yeah, I knew that at a point, but now I've moved stuff out of my life. I've switched stuff around, and I'm still dealing with it. Okay, let's take time to sit back and think why you're dealing with it. Have you really sat down? Okay, you move those things. You did step one. That's a good step. You cleared out stuff that will be distractions, and they're hindering your ability to grow. Okay, but now are you sitting down and taking the time to think about what you are thinking about? Are you meditating on correcting the things that are not benefiting your life up on a mental spectrum? Yes, you can clear out the physical spectrum, and that's key. You have to do that. But now you have to start putting stuff in mentally. That's why reading, studying up, listening to meditations, doing things of that nature, that's going to start to help correct and reroute those thoughts in your mind. Because just think, over time, you've been programmed. Yes, and I'm using that word specifically. You've been programmed by different things to end up influencing your mentality. So you're wondering, why am I struggling with this? Why is this? Why am I always thinking this? Why am I thinking about big booty girls? And I'm a happily, I got a whole girlfriend and all that. You think about stuff like that. You're trying to figure out why you're thinking about that stuff. It's because you haven't taken the time to really sit back and think about what's going through your mind. And another thing, everything that goes through your mind is not your thoughts. You need to know that as well. Everything you battle with in your mental, you deal with other entities that are transmitting things into your mind. And you know why they're able to do that? Because you have not yet elevated your frequency. You have not raised your vibration. So they're still able to transmit and communicate stuff to you. And let me correct this too. Even when you raise your frequency and vibration, it doesn't mean they can't communicate with you no longer. It just means that when they communicate to you, you know that ain't the level you on. That ain't the frequency you on. And it's easier to decipher what is not right, what is not meant to be there, what is not meant to pass, what's passing through. When it's passing through, just let it pass through. Because if you realize, a lot of times we think about, and once again, this is still tying in with having, getting our minds in the gym. This is train stuff like that. Just let it pass through, let it go. Don't pay no mind to it. Be able to like, hey, that ain't my thought. So, hey, I have no words here. Take and grab what you need. Let go what you don't need. Just let it go. Don't run up here like, oh shoot, why did that go across my mind? Man, I don't think like that. Don't give it that much attention. It's going to give attention back when you give it more attention. You realize that? When you give something, just think about it. When you looking at somebody that you don't want them to know that you looking at them, when you looking at them and you keep on giving attention and putting energy that way, even though they haven't seen you, they eventually start looking at you. Because your attention span has been on them. Your energy's been locked on them. So now, have anybody noticed that whenever you're looking at something or looking at somebody and then they end up somehow coming back towards you, or they end up coming back, they end up looking at you eventually? It's because you've been focusing your energy, you've been focusing your mind and stuff on that thing or on that person. So now you start to attract it. And this goes more with just people. This is dealing with stuff not only on a physical realm, but a mental, spiritual realm. When you pay mind and attention to stuff, you begin to attract it into your life, into your world, into your atmosphere, into your realm. And that is what we have to start to put in motion and exercise to keep out things we don't want to attract, and to attract things we do desire. If you believe you can have a mega business, attract that. Have all your thoughts put towards that. When you wake up in the morning, play videos, play things that's going to influence that. Play music that's going to stimulate that. Because once again, that's a seed in you. And if you want that seed in you to grow, you have to water it. And obviously, we ain't talking about physical water. There's the different types of ways to water something. You need to water it with your mouth. So what I mean with your mouth, you need to water. You need to wake up like, I can't have this. You need to put stuff in motion. You can water that thing with paper. Writing your thoughts, writing your plans down on how you want that business to manifest. Write it out on paper. Make it plain. And then obviously you can water it by making steps. So you're making moves. I love to say power moves. So you're making power moves and put stuff in a motion position. Hey, let me say something right now too, dealing with myself. I've been watering stuff like this, speaking to you guys right now. And I'm like, hey Dom, you don't got that many views or followers. It's not about that. This is stuff that's been on my mind, that's been premeditated before time. And I've watered it then. That was a seed. And now coming to now, all that water and stuff starts to grow. You're going to see like, oh, there's not too many views and followers now. But it's not about the view and followers. It's about what I'm producing, putting out here for people's lives to be touched and transformed. That's what really matters. And fruitfulness is going to come from my actions of staying consistent with what I know within me to do. And that's same for each one of you. Whatever you are led to do, keep that motion, keep exercising that, keep lifting that, not only within your mind, your actions, put it in the physical motion, your spirit. Let your spirit go ahead and lead you and direct you to those positions you need to be at, and then meditate on it, meditate on it, meditate on it. Just like you used to meditate back on having yourself, attractive woman, or you were meditating yourself on having this car, or meditating on having this job. Meditate on something that's going to build your life to be able to have anything you desire and more. Meditate on things within. So it's much easier to manifest stuff on the outside. You don't need no mediums to come in between and start bringing stuff that you want to existence. No. Your spirit will make sure all those things is aligned. So when the people come into your life, when it's aligned, when people start to come to your life, it's genuine. There's no strings attached. It's not, oh, what can you do for me? Well, shoot, if you want this mega business, you're going to have to sell your soul. You're going to have to kill one of your family members. You're going to have to do this. There's going to be demands when it's not of the spirit. What the spirit gives to you is free, and it's more than abundant for you. You don't have to worry about trading stuff that you've been blessed with in your life. Matter of fact, if there is any trade-offs, it's going to be something you're trading off for something even greater. But the thing is, you gotta get to that place of developing here. Once again, getting in the gym, building up your spirit, man. I'm not saying going to any religious factions. Once again, I'm not promoting that. And I'm not deterring you from that either. If your spirit leads you there, the spirit leads you there. But ultimately, what should be happening is within here, you should be getting stronger. You should be developing and maturing. And then as you develop and mature there, you'll also be developing and maturing the mental. You'll start to learn. You're becoming more educated in the right sense, not educated in the wrong sense. You start to develop a divine wisdom and understanding of things. You'll start to be able to think and interpret things on your own. You don't need a medium. You don't need an aid to think for you. Because your spirit is connected and is moving with one within you. And now it translates from not only the spiritual, mental, now it's going into the physical. You start to see manifestation and changes within your life. You start to see changes within your relationships. Because you've been in the gym spiritually, because you've been in the gym mentally, and now you've been in the gym physically. You'll start to see those changes. You'll start to see, you developing yourself physically, like with your body. You start to see yourself developing with how you treat other people. Before you was rude and disrespectful, but now you have a more humble approach. Not saying you were pushover saying that. Not saying you became all soft on everybody and now you just easy to tip over. Everybody know they can go to Gerald to tip his ass over because he's soft as shit. He got a little Pillsbury Doughboy vibe going on. No, it's not none of that. Being humble is not making you soft. Being humble is having an understanding of things. Having an understanding how things can vary. That there's not one cookie cutter straight path. Things vary. We are limitless beings. We have limitless potential. Limitless paths. That's another thing. When you're in the gym, you start to understand there's many ways to develop this muscle. I don't have to just strictly do these preacher curls to get my body fit. No. There's more I could do. I could do push-ups. I could bench press. Well, you could go down the list of stuff you could do. But that's when you start getting in the gym and start working on yourself. Then you start to see the variety. You get to pick from a broader variety. But that selection can't broaden until you start to put forth that effort to start working on yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I want to give this message to you guys. I'm gonna get ready to wrap up. I know the music star play one song and then just let it go, but like I get these moans, man. Now, forgive me. And I'm just ready to, I'm ready to talk to you guys. I'm ready to talk to you guys and myself. We got to remember day in, day out to get in our gym. It's worth us taking the time and effort to work on ourselves, because it's going to mean not only significant, so much things, a significant amount of change can come from us doing that within ourselves, our families, whether our jobs or our careers. You'll see major changes happening when you start to take the first step, where the step should have been taken in the first place, is working from within. Your creator is not, and let me put this out here. Each one of you, take this where you're at in your life. And if it doesn't hit you well, then you'll receive it in timing if it's for you. If not, you won't receive it. That's just point blank simple. The creator dwells within you. The creator has never dwelled outside of you. So where we should have been looking all along was not in institutions and things. We should have been looking where it count from the beginning, within us, within our temple. Because that is where the creator, the Most High, resides. And the Most High's power cannot be initiated and activated within us until we start to look where to look, so we can unlock where it actually is. We try to unlock every other door but the door that really matters. So, once again, y'all, this message was about getting our minds in the gym. Hopefully this gets you jogging a little bit. This gets you thinking. This gets you sitting back and really evaluating your life. Make you want to take the initiative after this video to go sit down and write out plans, get stuff organized, and take tomorrow as a challenge to make your first step to doing things greater than what you've done the day before. To start to really set yourself apart and really start to discover who you are. Another thing, if any of you guys are lost and you don't know who you are, what you're meant to do, listen to these steps, these principles, and start trying to set them down and do them. You'll be amazed at what stuff you start to discover about yourself when you just sit back and just really start to look where it matters. And start to ask questions to who can actually give you the answers. And here, go to your counselor if you want to. They're only going to tell you so much. They're going to ask you questions to try to get answers out of the destination where you should have been going, your higher self. Because they don't know you. They're trying to figure you out. They're trying to do the job for you. They're acting like a median because you're not taking the time to sit down and do it yourself. Go to your parents, ask them questions. Once again, they've raised you. They know a decent amount about you, but who you are at your core, they know nothing about. Because that's a person that you are still yet to unlock, to let move into this realm and to be able to move through you with power, to give you power in your life, to where you don't feel like you just always miserable and there's nothing you could do, that you're just, hey, I'm just in this world and I'm dictated by whatever happens. Or I'm in this body, but I can't control nothing that goes on. No, that's an illusion. That's what the forces, unseen forces that work against you, want you to believe and think. And if they get you to believe and think you have no control, there's nothing you can do, you have to go to these medians and these things to get you right, then they have power control over you because they control the medians that give the things to you. That's what we felt to sit back and look at. We've been bamboozled. We've been literally hoodwinked on every side. And when you start to wake up and get your mind in the gym and you start to wake up to things, you start to see how much lies is around you. you start to become more and more aware, and you become aware very quickly. You become very aware. You start to look at stuff. You start to question stuff you're doing. You're like, why am I doing this? Stuff that you were doing originally that you had no problem with start to disgust you. But that's because you start getting your mind in the gym and start putting forth effort to make a difference within your life, and now change is actually happening. Transformation is happening. It just takes that. It takes that one step in faith, real faith, and trust where it counts. That's when you start seeing the change. You're taking faith on something you don't 100% know for certain, but you know that you hear this mighty move, this powerful urge, this powerful voice within you telling you this is a step you need to take, and now is the time to take it. Take it now. Don't wait. I know your quote unquote best friend Sheila over there hey, she's like, girl, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. It's looking a little bit risky. But your spirit like, hey, you better not listen to Sheila. She gonna have you messed up. If you listen to her, you need to listen to me. I've been with you before you was even in the womb. I've laid out your path for you. I vow to not only direct you, to protect you and be with you every step of the way. So why would you not listen to me? All she can do is run her mouth. But I'm the one that can actually guide your path. So, I know this video is a little bit long, but it ain't as long as other ones. I was talking to my wife about it and trying to make my video shorter. I feel like this first step is still so lengthy. We go on 26 minutes, 27 minutes. But, what needs to be said needs to be said at the end of the day. And I feel like no matter how much time there is, those that are meant to see it and that need to see this will see it. And it'll be spreaded to wherever it needs to be spreaded to. That's what I believe. I believe this being put out here, I'm taking the step of initiative to do this, and fruit will come from it. So, like I always like to say, guys, stay blessed, continuously be your best. Remember, get your mind in the gym, day in, day out. No matter if you're making a small step or a ginormous step, take the step. And know that that step will count mightily for you in the end when you as you move to your destination. So, all right, guys. Peace.